Okay. Got my cat situated. Where she ought to be. Under my arms. There we go. Final Fantasy is where it should be. Excellent. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on, we can do better. Getting some of Zelda in on this action here. There we go. Usual Jirachi things. Yay! Oh my god, you're such a little shit. Zelda, honey. Like, no. Mad. Zelda, why are you mad? Zelda, when aren't you mad? Well, I am waiting for people to show up so we can maybe give Zelda a treat. Yeah, I know you got so many treats today. Amazing. What are your usual treats? Why are you being such a little weirdo about it? There you go. Nope, no more. I know you got so many treats today. I'll give you more treats during this stream. Okay. So today we are going to not be horribly distracted. Because holy shit. Also seems like the last of what we were doing was just like finalizing what all occurred, and we have to go back and explain everything. Like, so here we are. So the last of the last stream was like not super. I may just tack on the last of the last stream with the last of the prior stream. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, so, have you learned aught of the final days? Let's see what I'm able to ascertain from the final days. Oh, the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt you found your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time in the first, events here have taken a turn for the worst. Yeah, maybe what, like 3 seconds have passed since I left? What happened to that time dilation that y'all were experiencing beforehand? The signs are running themselves ragged, trying to contain the spread of blasphemies, but it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain as to where and the why of it, Alice and Alphino have been traveling all over. Of all the regions they visited, Locos Amenius is one of the worst affected. Tancred, Estidian, and Graha took to a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Y'shtola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Hydaelyn in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. As for Tatara and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the Forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon. An ambitious project has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. I also recall the proposal issued by Master Horshfan to the people of Razat Han. Following their discussion, Vitra declared a support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the Forum's invitation. So far so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the Forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure a safe passage for the Hanish refugees and the tower, Alphino, Alizea, Stini, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital is hardly the safest place to begin with, and now final days have actually come to Garlemald. Well, I wasn't surprised about that. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with the Master of Fortunal. Then panic broke out, and other communications were severed. From fragments we were able to make out before the link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread all over the capital. Cool. The others need you, Zalor. Please, you must help them. I'm already at the door. I like how it's just an entire, like, gathering of Volafel. Having you there will make the difference, I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call, so you better start there. Hopefully Lucia will know where they are. Well, there's no telling where you might be walking into, so you best take every possible precaution. Da, 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 da. Hey! Perfect timing! Amazing. Thank you so much for subscribing, Nix. I know last night was kind of spicy, so we're back here attempting to play this again without completely shitting ourselves and having to just vacate off to Bicross. Yeah, I got pretty toasty last night, but honestly, like, where I am currently was like a perfect point for me to just be like, you know what, I need to focus on what this is what's gonna happen next, because the last of what happened was just like the remnants of everything. It was a good excuse for me to just kind of process and talk about stuff anyway, which I will probably include in a video, but yeah, there was no way we were gonna continue playing Endwalker yesterday. That was just way too much for my poor pea brain. So the brief respite that we had with it is was good, but now we can go ahead and move on. Baby bat. That's a baby bat. All right, Lucia. Are you having a wonderful Christmas, whatever you call after Christmas Day? Having a good the 26th? Isn't it? It's Boxing Day, right? Is that what they call the 26th? Is Boxing Day, or is that another day? I forget which it is. Hold on. Oh, when's Boxing Day? It is. Okay, yes, it is today. All right, cool. Yeah, so happy Boxing Day. So what's up with Boxing Day? What? It doesn't tell me anything. What does it mean? Oh. Oh, is named for the tradition of employees handing out boxes of Christmas. Employers handing out boxes of Christmas gifts to employees who were required to work on Christmas. Oh. Interesting. Okay, cool. So far you got me into Cross, so I've been doing that in Final Fantasy 14 all that. Nice! Yes, I know. I want more people to be, like, into Cross. Because, like, it's easy to start, and then you can, like, really, like, fuck it up really good later on. Oh, Zalora, and not a moment too soon. The skies over Garlemald are ablaze, and it's events on the ground that concern me. As you have heard, your fellow Signs arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greeting short after we received word from our troops at Magna Glacis, the Forum airship, and that the Forum's airship had landed. It was that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees come to no harm. Would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we will discuss them later. I trust you are ready to depart. There's several cutscenes. Okay, yes, we have plenty of time. Let's do this. Oh boy. Yeah, if you fuck this up, you'll have to start over. All right, let's go. Earlier. Well, this isn't looking good.
No. 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 We were promised an escape. Not the same doom we fled.
Ah, shit.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy.
You have monsters literally
Come,
chasing after
we
you,
must
my guy.
build a line of defense.
Defense, more like offense. You need to start killing these things, my guy. How dare you resort to violence? Yeah, well, violence is gonna save your asses.
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
They don't look too bad, just probably need to feed them the right berries or something, right?
I can handle this pair. You?
Shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
He's like, I'm so proud of my boy.
As you wish, my little lord.
Aw, oh, little lord. Dun, dun. Oh, I have to fight as Alphino, probably. Well, I get my little first little taste of being a sage.
I'll command
Shit.
the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
Okay, what do you need? You need, oh no.
Help is at hand.
Restore, okay.
Leave it to me.
Shit. No, shit. No, shit.
Those who can stand, come with me.
Easy now. Deep breaths. You're safe now.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
Thanks, Dad. Look at Stinian. Oh, shit. Damn it. Fuck. God damn it. Okay, Let's try one more time with normal and just see how we can get through this, because... whee wow.
I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
Help is at hand.
Leave it to me.
Those who can stand, come with me.
Easy now. Deep breaths. You're safe now.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself, boy.
Protect Justinian. Up! Oh wait, be here for sorry.
Hard, but not hard enough.
Not hitting the right person. Yeah, we did it. Oh, there we go. Figured it out. Yeah, it's a berserk monster, alright. Holy shit.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
Ooh.
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
Kaboom! Yeah.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape!
Ah, yeah! Looks like Euless is, up and ready to fucking go.
Wait, that's...
Yeah!
and the army. So, you've recovered then?
Fuck yeah.
In time enough to be of aid. For once. We can speak of it more later.
For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better!
Aw.
For Garlemald has her pride!
Yay.
Of that I've no doubt.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army.
Yeah.
Oh!
Amazing.
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you
Let's
spare
go.
me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Oh no. What does Ellie say? Got increase on magic damage by 5%. Target's HP. Okay, that's my healing. That's energies. Okay, that's the big one. Attacking by. Okay, this is. Okay. Great. Let's do this. Which one's the healing one? That's the healing one, right? Yeah. God, thank God for you, my guy.
fine.
Well, thanks for that cure, my guy. Ow. Fuck.
Not today.
Thank you, Graha. Ow, fuck. Hey, Graha, you gonna be alright, buddy? Aw, nuts. Don't tell me I have to start over. Please don't tell me I have to start over. Please don't tell me I have to start over. Start the fuck over. Yes, please. You know what? Fuck it. Start from that midway. Thank you. I don't have to start all the way over. Thankfully, I don't have to start all the way over. Thankfully, I don't have to start over, but I'm just gonna do Alisae's very easily because fuck that.
I'm fine.
Not today.
That's what was doing wrong.
I'm not done yet.
None to worry about. The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
As they say, turnabout's fair play. On guard.
Excellent. Sweet.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Done it.
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out!
Yeah.
Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve.
God, I love Grodd. He is just like, I will kill you. Looks like you could be very cuddly like a cat. Will murder you in your sleep.
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of her as it is. You mustn't let Eorzea's hero fight alone.
Speak of the devil.
Oh.
They don't have to pan the camera very high for me. Well. School. This is precisely why you don't skip leg day. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not that sassy. Huh, well, you've done well in my absence.
I can look after myself, you know.
Looks like you barely need my help.
Everything's in order, I trust?
Somewhat.
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
Ah! Let's go. Or I guess in like my white mage's case is like I pull the staff out.
Oh, a trio for the ages.
Yeah. All right.
Just the beginning.
I had a feeling I'd find you
Hey,
here.
what's up, Zero?
Of the worst troublemakers. With me.
On your feet.
We're a team we're making. Holy shit.
Leave the healing to me. I am in your debt.
Where were we?
Amazing. Yeah. Chill and tired as fuck from work. Oh, man. Oh, damn. I'm glad you're having a nice chill evening, at least. Teeth! You look like molars.
You must board without delay.
What?
The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Charlian is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon.
Gonna be great.
Join us on our journey there.
There are moon
and
bunnies.
beyond
You'll like them.
To new horizons. Come to old Charlian. Please.
Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
She's a nice cat, except she bites a lot. Bite? Biting time? Oh no, rubbing
I
time.
quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
Yeah, no shit, it's behind me.
More of them.
God damn it. Hey, buddy.
Xenos.
The fuck? Sup, my guy?
You'll be all right. Hurry to the airship.
Hey, fuckwad. What's going on?
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
Yes, yes, he is. Oh my god.
That is and has ever been my sole concern.
Oh, you asshole.
You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry.
Yeah, maybe saving the entire planet. That's why I can't battle you right
Your
now.
passion pales before mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust.
I have other things to do, my guy. I have so many other things to do. I know you're such a dick.
So I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about.
Yes, because he's an asshole.
Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone.
All you can think about is the boner you have for this?
Along with so many of its people.
That?
Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians.
They were brainwashed, to be fair.
Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing! You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
Your raging murder boner? Yes.
For nothing in the end. So much wasted effort.
You.
Suck!
You bastard!
For your own sake, Euless, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Yeah. Damn it. I'm so mad, though.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
No!
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better.
Yikes, dude.
Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous.
Man, why you gotta be such a dick about it, though?
How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends?
Keeps it warm at night, why not?
Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone.
Ooh, vicissitudes. That's a new word. Definition of vicissitudes.
Circumstances or fortune, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant.
Ooh. Fancy words we're getting into. Whew.
Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death.
Oh my god, that is such a good line. I gotta save that for later. I have to say that for later. Just like, you're a blight on the fucking populace, and nothing would please me more than expunging you off of this goddamn planet. Oh, I'm saving that. You're not worth it.
But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
I love it. I love it when they talk like this, and like they're never touching their own lips as they're talking. It's great. It's not the best technology. It's just technology that's here for us. Don't touch your lips, fam.
Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day.
Especially her, the one you're constantly going after. That's partly the reason why she doesn't give a fuck about you.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly.
She's right, though.
You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
Yes. Already does. And I bops. Boop. Can't boop. Why are you picking that dude's nose? Holy shit. It's so good. It's amazing. Goes rewatch, that's good.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being.
I cannot believe how fucking, like, it's just, like, it's cool, but also disturbing. How fucking right I was with, like, so much of this so far. There were a couple things that I was just like, okay, I'm not right on this. And other things were just like, oh, you had me there. You had me there thinking I was wrong. But for the most part, I was just like, ooh, I like that I was predicting this quite readily. Like, ooh.
There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, 'tis only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
He'll be off to your seat on the forum next.
Oh, like that smug face. He's like, you know what? All right. The future's in good hands. God, I hope so. I can't eat these on stream because they're so loud. Like, usually when I'm crunching on things, you guys can't hear it because I have a gate for my microphone, but like, watch. Like, it still gets picked up and I'm like, can't have that. Plus, I'm not like a huge fan of Whoppers. The taste is funny. Crunch, 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 crunch. The taste is a little funny. Ooh, yes, I will have to get that back to her. Yeah, they're a little funky. Always a... God, how long is... When were Whoppers invented? 1939. Oh, they were called Giants, and then in 1949 they were called Whoppers. I like Milk Duds, but like I can only ever have like maybe one of those at a time and be very careful about them because like they will weld my teeth shut. And I actually, like when I was a child, and I would have like, you know, my loose baby teeth and I would have those, it would like kind of suck. I like bite down on them because what you do when you have candy, you bite down on them. But like they welded my teeth together and I went like, and it popped one of my teeth out. It was a baby tooth, so it was like, but like I was still like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that tooth was loose. All right. So I pull out this like hunk of candy as a tooth stuck to it. I'm like, oh shit. Tooth Fairy's gonna be angry with me. Oh, Zelda, you're so beautiful. He's like, no. Mad. Itchy. No. No itching. No itching your ears. I should take Zelda to the groomer so I can get her washed and get her weapons clawed. I mean, trimmed, not declawed. Declawing cats is very inhumane. I don't recommend it. Jujubes did that. Ooh. Hey. No biting, please. Thank you. Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with you? Swear to god. Alright. Well, we got through all that. To see Xenos standing there, so uncaring and unrepentant. Gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind. Looking back on it, I stand by those words. I mean, you're not, like, everything you said, Alize, was absolutely true. It's like, hey, maybe the reason why the Warrior of Light doesn't want to fight you because you don't care about people. Like, you might end up fighting him in the future if he decides to take any of my words to heart. And I'm like, yeah, he needed a good ass. He needs a good ass kicking. I would say I hope they won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about that. It's good to see you again. Ooh. New weapon! What did I get? I like that the new weapon stuff is, will hone into what your class is. And not necessarily, like, you have to choose the weapon, so that's nice. So hold on. New weapon. Ooh. I like this steampunk weapon. It's very good. Ooh. It's a bird. The last one was a bird. This is also a bird. What the fuck? All birds. Still Good and Plenty is my... Good and Plenty. Ooh, yeah, Good and Plenty. I love red vines. I love red vines. Found out they're not actually licorice, though. They're fake licorice. They're cornstarch, sadly. Believe? What are red vines made out of? Corn syrup, wheat flour, citric acid, artificial flavor, and red 40! Yep, fake licorice. Red vines are strawberry. Yeah, it's artificial flavor. It's all fake. It's all fake shit. So I'm like, damn it. Shit. Maybe if they use natural flavors, I think I'd be way more into them than I am currently. I mean, I've always loved them, but like, yeah, no actual licorice in red vines, even though they are known as licorice candies. Sadly. I love getting the giant tubs like that you can buy. It's like the only way. Honestly, I think it's the only way you can buy red vines. I think you can buy them in smaller little like square packets and stuff, but I'm like, that's not how you eat red vines. You like cram your hand into the bucket and you bring out like 4 or 5 of them and you just eat them as you go. Taking stock at the present situation. Where are we at? We're doing good. I think I will indulge in half a glass of sake.
No
I'm
major
doing good.
injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
I'm thinking white chocolate too. Yeah, white chocolate's nice, but an occasional thing for me, because I don't like it as much.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuneau Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Gobstoppers, yes. I don't much care for gobstoppers so much nowadays.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, and they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
Yeah, you're good, fam. I don't care anymore.
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
No. Do whatever you need to do, my guy.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
No, dude, we need to make sure that, like, you're not gonna, like, blow up in the sky.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it.
Hashtag challenger. Fuck.
Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex.
How is my
assuming the decision is
Crimbus?
in your favor.
My Crimbus was very good.
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
Yeah, that's gonna be heavy for you guys. Turns out we're in a loop. Heidelin knew.
Did you hear something just now?
No, you're the only one with really good hearing, my guy. Oh, big echo time. What the fuck? What are you doing down here? Is it pudding way? Sorry, the ear waggle and the blinking sounds means this is gonna be funny.
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
Oh no, pudding way. Why are you here? Pudding. Wait.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Oh, hi, Oriange. I forgot. We
And
left
to
you on the
this
moon.
bitter clime bring warmth and comfort. 'Tis
Hey, fam.
heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Moon, Earth's pretty.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Yep, that didn't take very long.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans.
Oh, yeah, no, we're working on it.
Rude is what it is.
Sorry.
At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed.
Actually, it would help
So
prove
she says,
that there are
but
moon
it's
bunnies.
also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetheris. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
I'm pretty sure every single one of the moon bunnies is the same voice actress, and I'm all here for it.
Marvelous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Oriange's inferior works no more.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom?
I mean, pudding and doom.
Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal.
Sweet.
We were born from Heidelin's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it?
That's true.
Not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Oriange made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit.
The spirit. See, guys? Even fake moon rabbits that don't exist and only come from this video game. No, you have to always remember the spirit of the thing that you're trying to go for.
From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
We need to know how to make food other than carrots.
Forgive me.
What are they? They're the rabbits that, like, made shit happen on the moon. Oh, you didn't know?
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Oh, you didn't know?
Hail, fellow. Well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. Living way. Heidelin's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Living Way. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us.
Humbled, are you?
As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Charlian, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperids made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable.
No, you did the right thing. I think you're wise enough.
It is trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
I am a smartass in both of these. I have known Oriange at this point, like, the Warrior of Light has known Oriange long enough to, like, speak back at him with that ancient language, like... Wow. You know what? You walked in speaking in riddles and poems. Let's go with it.
I am no esteemed philosopher of Eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
Yeah, I got you, fam. Sorry, putting way in the background.
Can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Pudding way. Oh, poor Pudding way. Do, 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 do. I guess, yeah, it would be snowing here, huh? I dare say Master Fortunal was as nonplussed as we were to learn the identity of Heidelin's lunar custodians, as he will soon discover they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures ere we are summoned to the rostra. Yeah, indeed. Hey, Estenda! Oh my god, we just got... Oh my god. So Estenda, I was right. It's a loop. The time warp we did was a fucking loop. I called it. I was just like, oh, if this is like... If I have no interaction, it makes sense. If I have all the interaction, oh, it's a loop. And, oh, hey, isn't that... That's the reason why Heidelin becomes... Why, Vena becomes Heidelin. Oh, shit. It's all making sense now. Why she would care so much about balance. Because... I want this rug, by the way. This rug looks so good and real. Holy shit. Like, it doesn't look like a JPEG. It looks like a fucking rug. Like, everybody's feet are kind of sinking into it. Not that I'm complaining, Oriange, but I was expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetheris, I did inadvertently awaken the Loperites a desire to avert our beloved star demise. crowd tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the ethereal sea, but your findings are certain to be better, greater interest, so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Hyland's Elpis flower lead? So... I'm in a time loop. I'm a part of an entire time loop. This was all supposed to happen, and me discovering how to stop the end of days is why I now know how to stop the end of days. By the way, this is how we stop the end of days. Oh. And this dynamis is what drives the final days. And if it and Akasa are one and the same, Akasa, then this all but proves Nidana's theory. We're an entity through sheer force and of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir and into a raging river. Its power might surpass even that of Aether. But if our star is so replete and with Aether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of great expanse. Meteon. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations he has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose. The destruction of Aetheris. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. Well, yes. We have but one aim, to defeat Meteon. Oh, why didn't I think of that? I didn't even think of that. Oh, oh, that's why. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Easier said than done is literally what she just said. Vanquish Meteon and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Meteon escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vana, the woman who would become Hydaelyn. So, the implications of temporal magic are not entirely understood, so we cannot assume that our Hydaelyn and the Vana you've met in Elpis are one and the same. However, the fact that you yourself met Apollo, the dog, on the moon, and Apollo let you ride him immediately, says that, yes, this is a time loop. This is how I proved this was a time loop, is because they had the dog, and the dog was like, when you first meet Apollo, when you go back in time, the dog's like, fuck no, you're a new person. You have to prove your fucking worth. But then when you were on the moon, the dog was like, hop on, fam, let's fucking go. It's been 12,000 years. How's it going? So, this is one of those situations of like, she knows, she can't tell you because it might change things. It has to happen this way. It has to happen this way so that I do end up going back in time. Now, no holds barred. She can tell me what happens and everything. That's probably why Hydaelyn hasn't been showing up very much. She's just like, yeah, I can't tell you anything until it becomes appropriate time. And we don't know yet because you showed up at this time, so here we are. Honestly, that's literally how I was like, no, this has to happen. We have to make these loops happen in order for this to continue properly because we don't know how time travel works, but this needs to happen this way. Otherwise, there is no future. If I fuck it up, it might get completely fucked up. So we're just going to go with the flow and don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, fam. It's a bit weird because it checks that it isn't a different timeline, but both Elidibus and Hydaelyn say that it was. Time is different. Yeah, time's not real. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's one of those like, how much of a loop is this? But also, like, it explains why, it does explain away why Emmett Selk doesn't remember us. Does explain that away. And why Hythlodaeus doesn't remember us. Totally explains all of that. But why Hydaelyn is so... Why you? Like, yes, you're strong. But why you? Like, I'm sure there are other, like, strong heroes. Like, other people that have also been affected by the Echo. And could absolutely, like, hold their own and everything. But why you specifically? Why you? Why are you the Warrior of Light specifically? Yes, you're strong. And yes, she is giving you some help, and she is giving you extra stuff, and yes, you're becoming strong because of that, but like, why? Oh yeah, no, they don't remember because of the Rain White. That's why they explained away, like, why Emmett Selk wouldn't possibly know who you were because you went back in time. So that was cool. That was a really good way to explain the brain wipe. I liked that. I really liked the way they wrote this whole story as a time travel sort of thing. Like, oh yeah, of course you wouldn't remember me because your brain got big wipes, so don't worry about it. So they closed it. They closed this off, and it all is actually making really good sense. And why, yes, this is a timeline that is kind of continuing. Like, if Hydaelyn remembered you, Hydaelyn is like, I can't tell you what happens, because if I tell you what happens, you might not go back in time. That might fuck everything up. But I am going to help you because what you told me means that I need to help you in the future. So I am going to help you, and that's why you're the Warrior of Light and why everything continues on as it does. And you just make it work. You're fine. I have trust in you and faith. And then this is one of the few times that time travel did not derail everything, and why it explains a lot of what's going on. And why it wasn't a whole lot of like, haha, I knew who you were the whole time. I was like, Emmett Selk did not leak anything out of this. Oh, it turns out he got a brain wipe. I was like, oh, great way to fucking figure that out. Excellent. So yeah, that's, you know, so man, what a wonderful way to like get that to work properly. And that, you know, and that's and obviously that's just like, you have to remember this shit, because it might be bad if you don't. So yeet. So, oh man, what a wonderful. Sorry, I'm not getting on a tangent. This is all gonna still be in the YouTube video. Sorry, guys. But you know, this is all talking about the time travel and why this is like very solid. A+ rating. Yes. Yes. Knowledge seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Aetheris, not to stay. We have to have contingency plans, so we figure this out. Do you suppose she'd abandoned her pursuit of Medion? Well, it's not that she did. It's just like, maybe this all needs to happen, but also like, no. No, she wouldn't have given up. She didn't give up. She just put it on hold. Hiatus. And that's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will, or provided clues such as the Elpis flower. Yeah, see, this is a whole, like, she knew. I believe she has been waiting. Mankind's answers to Hermes' question. Were you happy? Did you find joy in life? Hey, hey Hermes, what if I told you that a bunch of moon bunnies figured out the meaning of light with a carrot? What if Ana did that to spite Hermes, like, oh my god. I mean, that's something that I feel like Hythlodaeus would do at Emmett Selk. Hold up, did I read that? Hold up. Yeah. So, what's the second condition? That we must find means to reach Medion. A means to reach somebody out into the universe, you say? We might have that solution. Naturally, our first chosen method would depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. Haha! Bird jokes. Then communing with Hydaelyn must then communicating with Hyland must by necessity come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of Ehrenwald and other Echo-blessed allies, we could detect so much of a whisper for Hyland, even from within the Antitower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found another method of receiving instructions from Hyland. If so, it would most likely be some sort of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, but closer to home. Perfect timing? Sorry to interrupt, but we've received word from the Forum. Your presence is required at the Rostra, and they are intended to discuss the Great Exodus. Huh, perfect timing. We can go ask them. Hey, we need to go talk to Hyland. Can we borrow your phone? Stupid bird. I made a lot of Always Sunny jokes on her behalf. Stupid. Oh my god, she's D. She's D'Angela. Oh my god. Then Father was able to persuade them. That stupid bird. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's see what do they have to say. Taru. When you're a Lalafell and you're just like, yeah! Yeah, only the... Wait, I don't even know what other races look like when they do the emotes like that. How weird. Yeah, I can't figure out that particular emote. Anyway, to the Rostra. Do 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 do. Yeah, I was like, huh, a carbuncle. Wait a minute. Oh, he's so fucking cool. God damn. So fucking cool. Alright, off to the Forum with me. Alright, to the Rostra. Forum's in session. As such, the Rostra is closed to visitors. I'm actually invited here. Oh, shit! That's right. Signs of the Seventh Dawn? Alright, have fun. I don't know if there's a pun or not. It wasn't a pun because I didn't recognize that as a pun. Sorry. What did I pun on accident? Oh no. Oh, he's ice themed and you said he's so cool. Oh, no, that's an unintentional pun, but I'll take it. All right, spicy.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
Blink, but as you open your eyes, your eyebrows furl more.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter.
Honestly, this whole game has had me to believe that, like, Alphino is kind of the main character and we're just all here to kind of help.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and
Like-
the people of Radzat-Han.
Like, he just taken over without asking. Yeah, well, yeah, probably. Like, honestly, like, Alphino has had, like, the most character development of every single character here. Like, every character here has had character development, but, like, he's had, like, the actual growth that, you know, what a lot of these games are going for. Like, especially it's Japan, and, like, Alphino would be in high school, and, like, you want the character development for, like, high school students, because the Golden Years is Japan, it's a Japanese thing. Alphino is, like, the perfect example of this, and then you have his sister as, like, the sort of, you know, female version of all of that. So, like, both of them did they're perfect as, like, the main characters. You're here along for the ride. You're here to help them solve the age-old crisis that is currently going on. I'm pretty sure that's what Yoshi P was going for. They were just like, hey, so what if Louis Swa had grandchildren that were, like, of high school age and everybody could relate to that, and we ran with it? Like, yes, you're the hero of light, and yes, you do make a difference, but what if you're there along for the ride? And it's not necessarily about you, but about the story that we're trying to write. I think people would like that. And everybody's like, go on, you madman, let's go. And they kept writing it. He kept writing it and writing it and writing it. And then 400 hours later, we're here.
The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Oh, this is open forum.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
That's fair, because a lot of them are scientists and very valuable,
An
too.
ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
The ones that will comply, yes.
As many as we can.
Indeed.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
So, the hostile tribes can't come. Sadly.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
Why else would you be in Garlemald? And this is not new information.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct.
Open eye, but frowning as you open eye. The Al-Ra are doomed? Wait, why are the Al-Ra doomed? Is because they're like no outsiders, period, kind of thing? I forget why. And yeah, it's like, they could be better, and so, we can do it, but it could be better.
This arc, as some have taken to calling it,
Ha!
is fully operational, and could be launched even today.
I called it an arc!
However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets.
Oh. Oh, that's right. Yes. No, that's right. It's the Aru that, sorry, the Al-Ra that live on the steppe. That's right. I forgot. Because I only thought of the ones that lived under the ocean, which are a little more peaceful. Yeah, the ones that live in the steppe are a little more hostile and live for that kind of thing. Though, they are negotiable. And I feel like things could accommodate them. Like sparring grounds and such, but... I mean, the moon's full of monsters and baddies, so they could be like an armor guard, an honor guard or something to, make sure that stuff's culled properly and stuff. So, you need people that can battle. Obviously, the Forum doesn't want actual hostile people and stuff, but you kind of need that. You need that balance. Whitehorns are more so. Oh, that's right. Yeah, white. Yeah, I did notice there was a Whitehorn versus Darkhorn.
Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
So, what you're telling us is that we have a single trip to get people out. That's why you went to Garlemald, to figure out if there's a better way.
Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
So we have
What
one
if
chance.
the Scions were to solve your problem?
Yeah, what if we can help? Don't help us.
We shall
It's our turn to help
devise a
you.
means to improve the ether burner's efficiency on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
Oh.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The sucking in of air.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
What if we used it to go find Medion so that we could stop all of this from happening? Entirely. That's going to be harder to convince. But I know that's what he's going to ask.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Yes?
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Good answer. Aha.
Delightful as always, Master Alfino.
Propose. Ah, yes, propose.
Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself.
Yeah. We've solved more difficult problems, though.
Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration.
So wise.
I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
You don't even know what our second term is, my guy. You don't know what we want to use this spacecraft for.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote.
Let us tell you what our second thing is before you vote, you asshole.
Agreeing to the Scion's terms.
Alright. Hey, we got a really close vote last time. This should not come as a surprise. We would get a majority vote.
71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it.
Yeah, last time we voted, it was like the one vote to move the whole pile. Like, it was one fucking vote. It was amazing. Like, that was how close it was. It wasn't insignificant. It was absolutely like, you youngins have a point.
Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
I have no more misgivings. This kid knows about his fucking stuff.
Very well.
But I gotta keep up a charade so gives
Pull this session
drive
a
to my
close.
child.
Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Indeed. That's a good stretch, Zelda. Well, that went well. Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we require both means of communicating with Hydaelyn and reaching Meteon, in the spur of the moment I saw involving ourselves the completion of the Ark as a way to fucking get over there. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Aether Burner. I like to think of it not as a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an Aether Burner might actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Hey, Sid! Sid, you busy? As instructed, I shall take you to see the Aether Burner. Maybe outside the Archeon. I entrust that you can make your own way there. Yeah. The Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Do 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 do. Oh good, you know how to work an Aether Crystal. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Arcane's lift. Step inside and have Opheline take you to the medial circuit. Medial circuit. Got it. The fucking kids go to the moon. Yep, to the lift. Thank you. Well, to the lift, to the lift going up, but is it a lift if it takes you down? I guess it didn't really take me down necessarily. I have sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha on the other side of the Muriel Agronomics. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to, you know what? No, never mind. It can wait. Let's attend to the matter at hand. You good? Found a neat little command in Final Fight. Change my title to job with one button. Title and job with one button? Yo. So you got a macro going. That's cool. That's fucking cool as hell. Where the hell am I going? Oh. Yeah, follow this. Main macros that use the tile type here command. Oh, excellent. Good use of resources. Truly. Ah. Final Fantasy VII, are we? I don't know, I get that vibe. Oh, a mammoth. That's cute. Whew. The apostrophes are needed. Oh, interesting. For someone who actually participates in fashion shows, yes. I think maybe once this is done, maybe I will like focus a little harder on like fashion stuff. The problem with this game is that it doesn't necessarily show you too hard what stuff is. Not that I wish there was a wardrobe where I could kind of see what the items look like in the inventory. I don't know. It's one of those, like, I wish I had a better inventory system to just, like, do fashion things for. Maybe there are better fashion apps out there? We are to wait here while our father arranges this for us to the next lift. Here being Logisticon Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Oh, cool. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, simulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create an ideal environment for the growth and preservation of biological samples kept here. So what do you do for the areas that is like desert, that is supposed to be dry? Hold on. How do you know so much about it? Why, Father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with Grandfather. The night before, I had been asking Father how clouds are made, and he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It is all easy to take for granted how many interweaving aspects of the natural world to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Loporrits in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such a process in a new light. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiac, the habitations built for all mankind neath the moon's surface, each unique yet undeniably similar. 'Tis no mere coincidence. They did kind of give us their technology. Ever since Hyla unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Atheris, every essential resource— whoop! Jesus. Resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the Great Exodus, but that is not all. It is also a testing ground for technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Loporrits have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our own final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions, and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such is the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust, your trust. Then let us proceed. There's the Eorzea collection, which is currently having some minor issues, but there is no better site for finding inspiration. Ooh. I do like inspiration. By decree of the Forum, the Science of the Seven permitted to the Central Circuit. Let's go. Oh, this is what we were able to see up top, huh? The Aether Burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokol Danakol. After whom the forge is named. Oh. Alafel's making this. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. This wall, though. Wait. That's the Ark. That's the Ark. This thing in the middle here. That was the Ark? Holy shit. We like saw this from like a viewpoint. I was like, holy shit. That's a cool building. It's an Ark. Yeah, they had this cool like vantage point thing in one of the previous like expanses of like, what does this all look like? And they did like, they glanced over this building. I'm like, oh, that's a fucking ship. I love how you just do that from the name alone. Oh, it's not hard. Yeah.
Swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows.
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
Hey, you look like a very short version of a friend of ours named Sid, that's also an engineering guy. But with a mullet.
That won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
Chibi Sid.
But it ain't perfect.
I love this little wall when you steal them when we move out of Charlene. Yeah. You're coming with me. I got a couple of guys that would love another engineer making airships.
According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient.
%6? Are you fucking kidding me? We're... %6? I'm sure he's based off of one of the other Final Fantasy sets. Probably. Honestly, kind of reminds me of like one of the early ones. Honestly, kind of reminds me of 7 a little bit.
A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperites?
Yes.
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, as I most certainly do not.
They called this massive building a tiny boat. Itty bitty boat.
Exactly! Damn it all! I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You trying to drive me mad?
Wait. Wait. Fuck. I can't look at it. Itty bitty baby, itty bitty boat. I don't believe it. You must believe it. Sorry, Habibit, Tuki House. I was remembering itty bitty boat. Sorry.
Oh. Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Duh!
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Alright, yeah, how did they get a fucking moon out into the atmosphere?
Oi, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the northern empty during the calamity.
So we have several means of maybe getting to this, either finding more chunks or, you know, figuring out how to talk to Allegan nonsense to figure out how to make that.
With more? Well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Gratia.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice.
Yeah.
Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
We tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with.
Oh, shit.
Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
Sounds like a dungeon!
It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
I swear to God, my Warrior of Light is just full of fucking sass and wit and awfulness. And so this first one is absolutely just me trying to parrot whatever this asshole was, you know, whatever this, like, mini-Sid was going off on. It's like, oh, so you want me to go fetch the what's-its now? That's absolutely something I would say, because I'm an absolute dipshit. Oh, so you just want me to go fetch that for you?
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
Sounds like a dungeon.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously...
we have a better odds.
Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
He's Sid?
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry
Good and plenty?
Heavensward.
Hell yeah. Heavensward!
This is
I said the thing!
The Scions have need of you.
Callbacks. And diabetes take the wheel.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-foot expedition myself.
Hell yeah.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Checks his brain computer.
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all.
Thanks, Cyrna.
Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Any road, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? This plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer.
Hey, what's up, Sticker?
I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Sweet.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way.
Alright, sweetheart. Yeah, you made my arm go to sleep. Amazing.
Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Dun 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 dun. I love how they directed all of these scenes. They're so good. It's so well directed. Like, the stakes are here. We're here and like trying to fight this battle. It's so good. Times like these are reminded how famous or infamous Alphino has become. Who'd have thought he could have achieved so much with a single Link Pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best get to the surface and inform some relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh? And who might that be? Well, that's for me to know and for you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters into your capable hands. Best of luck. Amazing. Dude, oh, it's the next scene. Oh, ho. Meanwhile, in Ul'dah.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, We have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it.
Scam him, fam!
The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth?
This fucking music is fire.
That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Meanwhile, in the Black Shroud. Meanwhile, in the Empire, the Garlean Empire. Sorry, that's such a. We have a personal stake with this one. We like this boy.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses.
You're right.
Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Oh, hey. What's up, Alabigo?
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Sure thing, Lise.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
You need fucking help, my guy.
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Are our deficiencies so plain to see?
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Hell yeah.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
This motherfucker, like, I don't think I've ever said it before, but this motherfucker is like Briefs from Panty Stocking and Garter Belt. That anime. It's Briefs. No eyeballs. Only bangs. As someone who has bangs, you cannot see when your hair is in your face like that. Like, just showing you guys, like, I can't actually see you guys.
I won't let it all be for nothing.
It's all in front of my fucking face. Papalima was giving you fist bumps every day from the ether. Meanwhile, in Corthus. Sorry, that was very loud. Hey!
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Ah.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
The fuck you say? Back to the Ruby Sea. Looks like Corthus is doing okay, considering. Ruby Sea is doing all right.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid.
Alright, what's up, Hancock? How you doing, fam? What up, pirate fam? Hey, our Ninja Turtle fam also here.
Is that?
Forgot his name.
Hancock?
Sarabon!
What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
I'm sorry, what? Meanwhile, back in Old Charlie, and what the fuck? How do we get here? God, all of this so good. Although our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they've arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we could do to be of service? Ha! We've already done more than enough. If I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about Allegan technology. You there, that with the red eyes and matching hair. You know, thinking about, you know more than the average scholar. Huh. If only Master Kukul knew how right he was. While he and Gra to establish a rapport, why don't we go help our preparations to the Great Exodus? Indeed, it would mean going above and beyond our terms with the arrangement, but I propose it would not curry favor. As confident as I am we will succeed there, we must be ready for every eventuality. Contingency plans. This would also be an opportunity to familiar ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse. If nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs as we wait for the animantite. Yeah, I was so sure that was gonna have a dungeon to go search for this shit. Well, aren't you a bunch of help for buggers? If you're meant to lend a hand, I know where you ought to. Charlian Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Puh! Not that that lot need help carrying. That lot can need help, all the help they can get. Well, let's go. I love that this content refuses to ignore its old content and the characters in them. Yeah, they're just like, hey, so remember that thing from 1.0? And how the moon fell on us? They're very careful not to be so... There's a word for it. They're very careful to not be like, hey, we're going to punish you for not having played 1.0. However, it is important to know that things happened right after that. Like, it is very important to know that things happened right before 2.0. Very important to know that's a thing, and all of those things are important all the way up to now. They've been very good about that, and very much like, don't worry too hard about what happened before then. If you did, there might be some Easter eggs for you, but it's not super essential, and we're not going to punish you about it. We realize this is a long-ass endeavor that I think Microsoft was trying to do, sorry, Bungie was trying to do with Destiny, and they failed at it, but we succeeded, so suck a dick. Yeah! Yeah. Yeah, they've been very good about not being like, hey, were you here the whole time? Technically, yes, if you started this game from the beginning and read everything. Which I did. From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say we benefit from that fresh inspiration scholar like Montaigne mentioned. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Sounds like a good idea. Let's meet by the Aetheryte and once our work is done. Okay, sounds like we're gonna get into some of the mediating things. This is probably a really good, like, hey, we did a bunch of really cool shit. We started this quest, probably should have finished tonight's stream on that, per se. So we're gonna go ahead and stop this for tonight. However, I'm gonna do some other things tonight, not Final Fantasy related. So if you were here for Final Fantasy, goodbye. See you soon.